Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us for today's episode of Canal Days. As always, I am your host, Carrie, along with my co-host, local historian and founder of Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Como. Our Canal Days series delves into the vast collection of historical sites throughout Massachusetts, with Robert's expertise of the local history as our personal guide. Each episode, we uncover history throughout local communities with historic houses, meaningful monuments, preeminent pivotal pioneers, and remarkable remaining remnants, all while uncovering their seminal significance. Today's episode of Canal Days will be canvassing the Our Lady of Czestochowa Church, located in Montague, Massachusetts. So, can you chronicle the beginning of this church when it was first built?
Yes, well, I'll do that. In 1928, it was designed by Montague, who did a lot of churches for the Roman Catholic denomination in western and central Massachusetts. He did a few in Holyoke and Springfield, and here up in Montague. Now, we're going to talk about today the architect himself, and then location, and the ethnic group is for. Now, might have been designed in 1928, but it was ready in 1929 for occupancy and dedication. And at that point, on June 23rd of that year, it had its first Mass. It's also called the St. Casimir Roman Catholic Church, and besides being called Our Lady of Czestochowa Church. Now, it's in the Turnersville section of Montague, and probably a lot of mill workers went here. And you can tell by the late date that it must have had a predecessor chapel somewhere. And this is just when they were finally ready to build a nice one, this one was put in.
And enlighten us on the architect that designed the church and illustrate for us the style he used for the church's exterior.
So you can look at the windows, whether in front or up top in the steeple or on the side of the church, and you all see their neo-Gothic designs. And he used that. Now his name is, first name Donat, and it's spelled Donat, and last name Baribault, spelled Baribault. And he did a few churches around the area, so he's one of the architects that the Roman Catholic Church used over and over again. And the style is to a great advantage because of the spot that it is. It's on a hill, so that makes all the Gothic features stand out a little bit more. So when I first saw it, I said, my goodness, this is a nice design and nice location.
And we will be right back after a quick announcement. Are you fascinated by local history or eager to explore and investigate the obscure treasures off the beaten path throughout the state of Massachusetts? Or maybe just seeking an unforgettable cultural activity for family and friends to enjoy? Look no further than Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, founded by Robert Como. With over a decade of experience, Robert offers captivating tours and presentations of historic sites and landmarks throughout the state. Whether you're interested in canals, cemeteries, charming churches, or more, Robert's tours provide a unique and enriching experience for all. And that's not it. You can also schedule private tours tailored to your interests, ensuring a personalized adventure and unforgettable memories. Perfect for families or groups of all sizes, making for an exciting learning experience that brings history to life. Simply visit holyokecanaltour.org or email bobcat4214 @yahoo.com to book your private tour today. Getting back to our podcast, can you divulge the details surrounding the exorbitant location chosen for the church?
It's quite a dramatic place because it's up a steep hill and very high up too. It's somewhat visible for Avenue A, but it's definitely about 200 feet off of that. And then it's high up into the air, maybe about 50 feet above the elevation of Avenue A. So you're going to climb to go up to see the front door. But you got a good along the steep hill. A good view of that church rising up. And that makes it by itself a great place to visit to see that effect. Along the way, you're going to see a statue, a memorial stone, and then you're going to see the church. And strangely, the memorial stone is telling you about a woman who was buried within Montague, but not at that location. You almost have to wonder if she's buried or no. I looked it up. She's buried in a cemetery. They just happen to have a stone out there devoted to her. And so, taking a dramatic location is always a church that's well attended. And that's because, the next reason,
just find the ethnic group that started the church.
right, this is a Polish ethnic group. You can tell by the late date it started up. It probably was in the name. And it's a group that loves their beautiful churches. There probably was a chapel somewhere else, like I mentioned. And it's in the Polish language in terms of the sign, and then the cornerstone is too. I know it tells the name of the church, but it has other text on it. And since it's a very late date church, it's still in great shape. It's only 96 years old, which for a church is not that old at all, especially Catholic churches. And so I hope you go there and appreciate it as much as possible.
And thank you for listening to our Canal Days series and our podcast on the Our Lady of Czestochowa Church in Montague, Massachusetts, and joining us on our journey through the Connecticut River Valley. We hope you enjoyed uncovering some of the hidden and overlooked marvels and their fascinating stories that shaped our past in the state of Massachusetts. A special thanks to Robert Kalu, founder of Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, for sharing his passion and expertise with us. Remember, you can find more information about Robert's tours, book private tours, and explore the Canal Days video and podcast series at holyokecanaltour.org. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please like, comment, and share. We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions for future episodes. Don't forget to keep exploring and discovering the history that is hidden in plain sight all around us. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune in to our next episode of Canal Days and log on to holyokecanaltour.org. Until next time.